Hello. I'm gonna pause the game in 250. Oh, it says online tournament and quick play. Okay, this is a good one. Go! I already know what's going on. My voice is a little bit delayed. We're gonna go for desktop and mic. 1 second delay. Close. 3, 2, 1, stop! 3, 2, 1, resume! I have been streaming for 3 minutes and 40 seconds only. Wow. Okay. One of the few things I still use this is for only to do wait, am I not connected? It fell off. We're standing by. We'll be starting pretty soon. We are already in the lobby, waiting for the remaining players of Clambliteiros to join against New Octo in the lobby shortly. 2 members are missing, so stay tuned. It's at any point at any time. Today we have 7 teams participating in the tournament. A little bit of a shame compared to the previous days, but a tourney day nevertheless. So how everyone has been doing so far? Mario 3D Collection has just been released. Many people didn't catch the game just yet. Some people were complaining about the controls on the Mario 64 version. I myself might get 2 copies because of an Amazon mistake, but at the same time it is also their mistake for sending the package through a company that doesn't have good ratings when delivering them. But yeah, let's talk about a little bit about the tournament so far. Yes, we got everyone here. I presume Kenner doesn't seem to have the tag for CC, but seems to be the seems to be the last member from CC. We have here first map of RainMaker, Gobi Arena, not one of the most beloved maps of the community, but also RainMaker is not necessarily the best mode of the community as one of their favorites. It might be yours, it might be mine a little bit. I prefer a little bit more tower, but I can still enjoy a little bit of a RainMaker. After this, we have New Albacore Hotel and Kelpdom, reminding everyone that is watching, it is a win, play all 3 matches. I would say for the first map, every time I actually play RainMaker, always go for pop. It's priority, surely. But for this map, Gobi, it's a little bit tricky. I would say that identifying the team that can pop, if your team cannot counter pop, play safe, wait for it to pop, get the turf around the RainMaker so you don't get picked off, and then you trying to stop their push. If you get wiped at the very beginning of the match, it is extremely likely you are going to get pushed very hard, all the way to like the stairs, which might be 40 points or 38. Interesting comp on both teams. A little bit unnecessary on the Thermalink for Junior, and the opening gambit for the Hydra, but if you're planning to just get a quick KO, might actually work. First trying to claim a little bit of position. Both teams already lost both. One's hitting quite aggressively. Hydra and Blobber together, getting closer and closer together, and it's already going down. New Octo has the first push opportunity, but the bucket says otherwise, and the version is both flipped, and the push is dead from New Octo. A little bit too soon on picking up that RainMaker, costing the aggressive player that is the Tri-Slosher from Clambliteiros to lose already a counterpiece, giving New Octo the second opportunity to push. Blob is alone trying to fight against the T-Tech, and the Tri-Slosher is just coming back once again. Goes down, Blob is the first one at the line of defense. He throws a sprinkler, but it didn't do much. New Octo trying to find the perfect position to push. Here comes the T-Tech. The bucket seems to prioritize more the RainMaker, giving the Junior the opportunity for the kill. But it's a 45 points for New Octo. A little bit dangerous for Clambliteiros. Junior now trying to get another set of armor for the second push of Conductors, but unfortunately got into a 2v1 with the brush, and the splashdown was almost it, but the splat bomb was just enough to get the splash of damage, and it's gonna be another splash for Milwaukee. Booyah Bomb gets the Rainmaker down. The brush is pressuring a lot. He's trying to get a safe position, avoiding the shooter that is Junior. Oh, the Booyah Bomb was from the Gal, not the I thought they had it in the first. The Sheer Shark in underneath, trying to get another opportunity. Goes for the sponge. T-Tech trying to get the heavy from underneath, trying to get a better position. Throws a bomb. It is aware of the blob trying to bomb rush. Misses the jump, and now trying once again. The Gal unfortunately gets the 2v1 on the tries with a nice teamwork coming from the third. Now half a minute of the match has passed. Here comes the Inkjet trying to get the face from those that were unprepared. He gets the butt down, and now it's the Junior trying to get it off the mid. That flat bomb from the Junior almost got the face from over the T-Tech. A lot of pressure. They don't have enough specials. T-Tech pushing in quite aggressively. Gets an opening. Heavy doesn't seem to be able to get the T-Tech off now with the brush. It's spamming bubbles with technically no avail. The blob comes to save, comes to the rescue, but unfortunately the Junior goes down, and there's a 3v1, and the Heavy refuses to use a wall to stop the Rainmaker, and it gets the Gal instead. It seems that Complitators isn't well aware of how to stop the push, but at the same time, New Octo also doesn't seem to be able to pass the 45 mark. Not very good of a 1v1 blob, especially with a Heavy with an armor. And you had no turn. Nice teamwork trying to get the Rainmaker down. Junior gets a nice hit over the Heavy that was not being hit, but the splash down cancels any attempt that Conductors had for their time to start pushing. And the rush cancels the Rainmaker. Heavy trying to throw a splat bomb for the jump. It fails on timing. It tries once again. Milwaukee has control of top basket. Top. Yeah, top. It is a basket. It's a food. It's a basketball. Here comes Milwaukee trying once again for the push. The Rain's a little bit on my side. All they can do basically is just camp the Rainmaker over there, which they do with 13 seconds remaining. Complitators has the overtime guaranteed. Now, if they lose the Rainmaker, the overtime is not guaranteed anymore. They get into a very bad position, and the first game will go to New Octo. I would say, bottom of my knowledge, that what I'm seeing is that the Hydra was well aware of the armors. I think most of those kills were part of the assist, which means that Hydra was doing its job. Apart from the heavy deco, I would say that the heavy deco was always kind of one of the most players that was closer to the front lines, which meant that it was quite hard for it to self-position well, especially for this map, which I don't consider a good map for heavies given the verticality of it and the fact that if you have a roller, bucket, or a shooter, it just can basically camp underneath and shoot you from above, because they can arc shot, the heavy can arc shot given its range. I would say The picking up Clumblitatus from the Rainmaker, they were picking up way too aggressively without actually pushing in and getting control of mid, or basically their base, which meant that most of the time the Rainmaker was just standing at their defense field. Going for the second match, I would say always get the first pop here. The box actually can help you survive the enemy pop if you're in the range. But yeah, getting a wipe here not necessarily mean the end of the game. There's still a lot of things that can happen. Quite interesting setups, I would say, with having a spam of Stingray most likely from the Jet Sculpture. From the first set of armor, the pop has already been done. They don't have control of the other side of the Rainmaker, which means picking up the Rainmaker is not a good idea. One sharking of the bridge, the K-Pro, it's almost getting the pick, but it fails. And the Rainmaker also goes down from the table. The Brush was the hero for that day. One of us was the Brush for picking up the Rainmaker carrier from the table. Here comes the splashdown jump. Oh, that was the intention, but he knew he wasn't worth it. Walker going from mid. They have splashdown. They're close to the podium. Rafa can't push in. Here comes the bucket from below, and it's a 2v1, but the bucket picks up both nicely. And now it's just a heavy trying to stop the Rainmaker. And with that, Walker finishes up the second game. Oh yeah, I forgot I have my buttons. It is guaranteed that Milwaukee has already the first victory of the first set. Now, what I would say is, come on people, no hates here. Please no H's here. So, Rainmaker for Kelp Dome. This is a little bit tricky. Oh, sorry. It's a little bit tricky regarding the positioning, because crates can always be good for a push, but you have to be very well aware of who is alive that can actually stop it. If you want to get to some easy points, yes, go for it, but be aware of who is alive on the enemy team. Regarding back on the previous match, I would say that even though Convoluted has got some sweet kills, some sweet splats, they were not well positioned and they were not self-aware the Brush had the splashdown. That splashdown was pretty much what made the continuation of the push from New York to guarantee. What else? Picking up the rain, I think the picking up of the Rainmaker from Conductors was a little bit too early, and they did not prepare themselves quite well, and the Junior had the advantage over the K-Pro when fighting, but it just decided to go back and lose control of more mid. According to what I saw from the camera, because the K-Pro wasn't 2-hit shots, it was 3-hit, they didn't have enough MPU. A little bit slower on the comp from Milwaukee now with the sloshing and the brush and the K-Pro, so the painting will be slower now. Interesting comps, but you don't need thermal wing for the end zap. Heads up on that. Brush with a nice flat bomb throw. The Junior is aware of the brush. It has the advantage at the end, the end zap, but actually the end zap wasn't paying much attention. Heavy trying to get the pressure over the Rainmaker. The Brush is gonna go for the flank, as Brush is viewed. Here comes also, I think, the K-Pro with it, trying to get them from behind. Unfortunately, it seems that it's gonna be New Walk the game. With already a 16 point on Kelp Dome. They stopped the push with the Hydra just respawning. Nice pick from the Hydra, who was picking over the end, that was now watching. I would say the Hydra got the important kill over Q, but the Heavy was at least being able to stop any more shenanigans from the Hydra. the bubbles don't seem to be much effective, since if you pop them, they will not get anyone from the energy with the Rainmaker pop. Yeah, and you basically are just trying to rush with the brush behind you. Not much of a good push here coming from the Davis. They were not paying attention to the flank from the brush, and the bubbles were used way too much earlier. You didn't need it. I would say it was better to just get splattered with the bubbles. Nice double coming from the slashing machine with a little bit of teamwork. The brush is already on the other side. The Rainmaker basically has even more points. It's just a matter of the arc shots coming from the head. I'm feeling that you are gonna pop bubbles, aren't you? No, you're gonna. Okay, good. Thank you. Commentators need to focus less on the shield of the Rainmaker and more on the openings of the Octo is taking, basically.
Finish him!
Also not to mention that you have the high ground standing on the base. Basically, I would just suggest that communication is a little bit something you guys have to develop, given that you're basically just focusing on the Rainmaker and not focusing on the people around the Rainmaker. I would say that is my tip. Let's have a look at the results so far. Let's have a look at the other teams. No, New Octo was the first one to finish. Bootlegger and Tropical are fighting their match, and Grisco Squad is fighting New Game. Let's have a little bit of a look over the next maps. We're gonna see the Reef, Humpback Pump Track, and Camp Triggerfish. Yeah, Completators wasn't well aware of their surroundings and being picked quite easily by the brush. You can actually notice from their second time pushing that the brush and the K-Pro just painted the enemy tree side, which meant that Completators wasn't using their weapons to their full potential, and they were not painting enough. I would say that for the NZAP, you have to pay a little bit more of attention. You saw the brush, and you had to make sure that behind the pillows there is not going to be anyone. So throw a suction bomb, paint over it, and get it like control of that turf. Because once you have control of that turf, it's easier for you to fight against the brush. I don't know who exactly has to make the call. The Heavy was, of course, paying more attention to the Rainmaker, but because I didn't see anyone else focus on the flanks that was on the first and second push, I would say that there is a lot of communication that is not being done correctly at Completators. You have to always watch for a flank when there's a brush involved, sloshing machine. Those aggressive weapons, they will try for the flank, especially if you're not seeing them. Try pointing out the team's weapons that you don't see as well and expect them to flank. We're still waiting on the results for the two remaining matches. We only have 7 teams this time, meaning that not only is kind of predictable what are the next rounds going to be once they reach the end of the match, but yeah, I'm gonna try something here. Let's see if I can get someone. Oh, actually, no. If I ask them to come to VC, I'll ask them to join in English. Okay. And then I don't know who from Completators actually speaks English. But it'll be quite interesting to see an interview from the match. Let's see. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna go for it. At least not this time. Yeah, we're still waiting on more results for the next match, so there isn't much I can do. For those that just joined, tell me a little bit what you've been feeling about Mario 3D collection. I am mostly just refreshing my email, hoping to get mine to be delivered at my door soon. Which something I could actually double check right now. Has any one of you played the game, downloaded the game? What you feel the game like? Is it a good game? Is it a bad game? Do you think it's worth the $60? Do you think it's not worth the $60? Okay, let's talk a little bit about the maps for the next rounds. We're gonna see the reef. Now, the reef is a very interesting map. Let's see if I have it over here. I cannot use the reef. I can only use a humpback bump track. Well, since I have nothing else to do, I might as well just go for a little bit of a trick here. So I'm not gonna talk about the reef just yet. I'm gonna actually talk about a little bit of the wait a second. Give me 1 second. Okay, my mic was working. I'm gonna talk a little bit about the reef on RainMaker. So once you spawn, I would suggest that watch your enemy team. If they have guarantee pop like splooshes, quad bomb, don't go rail, because once you reach here, they will pop the Rainmaker and it will kill anyone that is at the rail. So be aware of that when we start the match. Second tip, since I'm a backliner and depending on the comp of the team that I see, I will go either this window to get the shot from them right from this side, or I will go for the right window and go here and get a pick on this side. Yeah, I'm only doing this to buy a little bit of time because I like the game is actually giving me the opportunity to talk about these maps. Now, once the Rainmaker pops, let's pretend my team popped the Rainmaker. If you are a Slayer, look at the amount of turf you have just guaranteed. If that pop is taking a little bit too long, especially for me, I myself would be watching and sharking a little bit over the left. Not sharking out. I would be hitting in my ink trying to get anyone coming from the left or the right side. But yes, please be aware that the shooters, the people that can actually shred the Rainmaker faster than anyone else, or the splat bomb users or lethal bomb users that can actually get the Rainmaker fast. Once you get the pop, this amount of turf will allow you to get this amount of convention. I would say that if two Slayers are over here, and you see someone from the enemy team coming from this side, one tries to confront, and the other one, kind of the further away, tries to counter it, get from the behind to get a first 2v1 quite easily. But also be aware of the backliner on these spots, because he will try something. If you're seeing someone's aggressive over towards you on this side, try also getting from behind. Like, this is, especially if you have the turf, it's about control and movement with sharking. I can't shark quite inconsistently with the... Oh, maybe I actually can. Okay. Okay, so that's the first fight. Once you, regardless of the team that picks up the Rainmaker, try always going for elbow. Elbow seems to be the most consistent push. given that once you get picked, they will have to move all the way towards this side. Going this way, especially if your team gets a pick, will allow you to get intersected at this side, meaning that it's not likely you're gonna even push this way, and most people that are coming from that way will also pick you up. So the first push, suggesting always go on the elbow. Now here, one thing for sure is, as the enemy team is getting wiped, they will respawn from here. Depending on the weapons, you have to guarantee someone watching here or someone watching here. I would say anyone that is over here can be picked up quite easily by a bucket. So do that for sure. Let's pretend I get picked off because I wasn't paying attention. We also do, as soon as we get results from the other teams, I will stop this and just go for the next matches. So here are the things that are suggested. Since I am a charger having Stingray, I can use it over here and get a lot of pressure coming from this side. Now, if no one is watching over there, like no bucket or anything, my rate needs to go that way to push the enemy away from that advantage point that can easily stop the RainMaker. If the RainMaker is pushing that way, the Slayer can actually push that way, while my Stingray can also assist him a little bit. I can just alternate a little bit. Basically, you need to have someone watching here and here. And I cannot Stingray if I see someone that can actually touch me from this side because I'll get it to a vantage point. But if that happens, I would just suggest that it's priority that the RainMaker gets further and further away. Once you get closer to like past the zip line, it's pretty much like very hard for the enemy team to push in. And remember, if you are a Slayer and get closer to the RainMaker, just swim up and go to the enemy base to get a to be even more of a nonsense. But you cannot leave the RainMaker behind, especially if only you and the RainMaker are alive, because the RainMaker is gonna get popped off easily, and it's just gonna be you trying to fight everyone that is respawning. We got the results. We have right now 2-1 for. I'm gonna go for new game. Let's see. Streamers. Yeah, so we got the results, and Tropical beats Bootleg with a 3-0. Grisco Squad beats New Game with a 2-1, meaning that Tropical and New Game are facing now. Grisco Squad is facing New Octo, and Bootleg is facing Commentators. We're just waiting for the room to be open. One sec. Okay. You gotta be shitting me. Why don't you guys pay attention to the Discord? Yep, I was pretending to. I was intending to stream them, but apparently they don't do passwords, and I have to guess while they just make a fucking big password for me to guess. And just a few seconds ago, they just sent me a defense after they passed the standby. So here's the thing: if they're gonna do that or not, I'm kind of very pissed. I had to do that sound because I actually punched the wall. Now here's the thing: did you guys play the game or not? Apparently, they did not, which makes me happy. Thank you. That was stressful.
That was easy.
No, stressful. Anyway, the reef. The pot is always important. Positioning, especially from spies, I expect him to position himself under the lamp to get a very back position of the Rainmaker. Interesting comes with the double armor from in Tropical. Here there comes. Here they go. We saw Mateus and Spies quite shine on the previous tournament, but can they do this time around? Nice. Trying to control the center around the Rainmaker. The pop was from mid-game. Keiko almost getting a pick on the Dynamo, but here was Mateus and Agent D to get the pick. Become the first armor set from Entropico, and the first push is gonna go to Entropico. There's also an armor push. They try to stop the Dynamo and the Flames up, but unfortunately, it seems that the first game will most likely already start with a lead coming from Entropico. Nice stop play from Spies, but they don't have control of the... And here comes the Dynamo!
Whoa, headshot!
Was not expecting that. The Zilla was not expecting that. I was expecting the trade, not the snipe. Pushing in from the sneaky. We don't have Rainmaker to counter the Mateus Rainmaker as well. To get a pick, the suction bomb is very close. It becomes a 2v1 with the suction from is only the charger, and he gets a pick.
Whoa, headshot!
The lead now goes to New Game. Very well done, but now it seems that Entropico has the opportunity to also start their own push. Here comes the first armor set from the Dynamo, pushing in the Rainmaker. Entropico seems to have now trying to get control of bridge, especially underneath it. Here comes the second round of armor. Spires goes down from the enemy team. Agent D trying to get Guga with the MZ. Guga goes down. There's only Nico the K-Pro trying to booyah. The Ray I think was a little bit too early, and he's gonna get the Rainmaker. Oh no, it's not. Rainmaker survives the booyah along because he can jump to the box. The Fling's already very much pushing in their enemy base. It's a 2v4 now. Zhao doing so much damage over their base. Trying to get Spies. It's only the Charger now. Charger jumps back, and the Gao is the first one to respawn with the K-Pro. Here comes the first round of missiles. They get Chu. They get the lead back. Nice done from Entropico. And that's gonna be it for Entropico's push. It's only the Dynamo trying to survive against the Chu. 3 shooters, and he jumps down safely without getting splattered. I was expecting a trade with the Bucket, but I guess not. Bucket and that Bucket comes out victorious. Almost gets destroyed, but the Rainmaker over there, Bucket, be careful. Bucket is trying to push in on the Rainmaker, but he doesn't watch their back, and he goes down to the Gao. That was good. And that's shooting very heavily. Without any surface remaining, he gets picked by the RNG of the 96. Here comes the second attempt. The bucket managed to stop the Rainmaker, but it not seems to be able to survive a 2v1. Gal with the Rainmaker now. Only the Flingza is alive. Gets one. Gets picked. Can they get another push? Mateus seems to... Nice stop from Mateus. Very nice. The microphone is too loud. They had to hurt my ears. A little bit too unprepared was that ends the K-Pro trying to get the Rainmaker a little bit more points. Very well done from Agent G with that stopping of the push. I would say that was amazing to see. Here comes the first set of armor. Bucket and Dynamo. They're already 2 down on new game, but unfortunately the Rainmaker is also gonna go down. It's only the Dynamo remaining, and it's a wipe. K-Pro pushing in. Here comes the first round of armor. Here comes the Booyah.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Nice looking Zao, honestly. And now only the Rainmaker having to fight both a Bucket and a Dynamo. They get one of them, but the Dynamo over there just keeps doing pressure. And Entropical managed to push the Rainmaker down a little bit, but now that the Dynamo is down, they have another person to push. Agent D trying to get this knife. It gets picked off. The Bucket almost gets the Rainmaker. It stops with 1 point!
Surprise!
That was so close. The Bucket with the last pick was amazing. Also, I'm gonna lower my volume because it is quite loud. I don't know if it's loud for you people, but it is loud for me. So yeah, I'm gonna just lower the volume for me from my soundboard. I would say Agent D and the Tri-Slosher. Who was the Tri-Slosher was no, Zal was the Flings. Dynamo was the Dynamos. I think it was Mateus. So Mateus and Agent D definitely very good with the defense. Wow. Wow. Well, moving on to the next match. Thank you, Moya. Appreciate it. Zalflings. I guess Dynabro is Dynamo. Also, we already have results for Bootleg versus Conductors, but I'll hold that number for a little bit later. Coming in for the second match, not much of a difference from both comps, actually. Yeah. I just don't get why Dynamo is using the landscape, but that's up to him. From the first spot, Miku's already aware of the flank from the possibly the Tri-Slosher. Unfortunately, the presence of the K-Pro behind the enemy, behind the offensive lines, is reducing the amount of pressure over the over new game, meaning that Tropical is taking advantage of that, and now it's countering mid very fast. I don't know. The Charger jumped back, and now it's yeah. The raid from the Charger from new game is a little bit more efficient than the raid coming from himself. Ooh, nice 1v1 with the K-Pro. Yeah, wow. Damn. Nice pick, AMD. Nice pick. Even with armor, it wasn't enough for Zal, and just gets another pick. Very well done. Of course, the keeper wasn't there. Let's see who's gonna win this. This is a rematch of Nico and the Agency with the K-Pro. Weeabomb doesn't seem to be much effective. Oh, I thought it was the Charger. Nice pick on the Tri-Wash, for sure. Tri-Wash pressuring elbow, trying to get... But be careful with the suction bomb. It avoids the destruction, and someone's in the trench. Agent D already sees that person. Nice armor to push in. Very well positioned. Not trying to pressure the Charger, which also has armor. It's a 2v1 over there. They picked up the RainMaker a little bit too late, which means that push wasn't going to be very effective. Also, I think I'm getting a little bit fainted. I need a little bit of food after this one. Dynamo gets the pick on Spice, but the 96 picks it backwards. Zal coming in with the Flinzer. Nice prediction coming from the 96 MV. Very well done. Maybe now New Game can actually do a good push now and start their own. They're 3v3. Nice picks from Spice. Wow. Dynamo trying to get a little bit of stuff. It gets Agent D with the explosion. Nice, well done for Lugarino. It's a 4v2 now. New Game has the opportunity to take the lead. Oh, but it gets cancelled by Zal with the Flinza. Damn. And the Dynamo stops the push, giving the lead now to... Wow. I think that was an action coming from Zal. I wasn't expecting that from New Game. Trying to push in from the opposite side. Everyone's together, which means that anyone can approach from behind or from mid. You have to be aware of that. They're pushing in quite nice. They seem to be able to get lead, but the climbing the ledge is not going to be enough. And MG gets the pick. Bucket has the advantage because it's a bucket over the underneath the ledge. Trying to get the pick, but it doesn't seem to be able to, and survives the pop and survives another day. Yeah, the end up was not going to survive both the roller both the bucket, but unfortunately the bucket and the Flings a roller were jumping into enemy turret without any regards for where they were stepping in. Agent D opting to move all the way to the other side. Bold strategy, it might actually pay off or not. Fortunately, the Slayers are getting faked over and over on the right side. It goes around, but unfortunately, the 96 also gets another break. Mateus unfortunately picks up the RainMaker blade too fast without any control of turf, and both teammates of Entropical go down, leaving only New Game with the RainMaker and the 15 seconds remaining. Because I think I'm a little bit fated, I don't know who has the overtime now, if they have it or not. Well, the race seems to be very useful. They get the last opportunity to push. It's a 2v3 coming in right now. The K-Pro is basically just watching the ledge. Here comes the Dynamo trying to push it off, but the RainMaker is alone with the Ray and it's already stuck in enemy ink. Second match, it's gonna go to the blue team New Game. It's a 1-1 match now. Last will be decided over, what was the third map again? Third map. Muscle for Fitness. Were both of these maps... Wait, what? Oh no, sorry. Camp Triggerfish. Muscle Forge is round 3. My mistake. Okay. I need to get something to eat pretty fast. Give me just 1 second. I think because otherwise I'm actually gonna faint. Okay, I'm back. Interesting come, they kept the NZAP, but they're now changing for the roller and the different dynamo on both teams. Pops goes to new game. Chargers are both watching each other. Triceratops tries to get the pick. It gets Charger down, which is good for Entropical for sure. Given that now they have to back up a little bit. No one picks up the winning already over 30 seconds. Don't pick up already. Okay, you're gonna pick up to go as far as you can on the left side. The Booyah Bomb in front of the RainMaker. He doesn't quite get it, but he buys a little bit of time for new games to push in and get majority of Entropicals down. That one for the 1v1 Charger. Zao is aware of the skills of the Charger, so that's why we don't see it pushing in. Getting closer, using the box to his advantage. Nice dodging from the box. I think the box is actually being a little bit of a pain. It's a 2v1 right now. Zao is a little bit in the bad spot. He gets one, he gets two, he gets, okay. It's a very good play from the Flings that rollers out. Now they actually can push very, very fast and efficient. Unfortunately, Agent D didn't seem to finish off charging its way, and now that it's close to the catwalk, it can actually use it quite efficiently. Oh wait, or maybe it can, and New Game is not being able to take advantage of that. With basically their drop already contested, and Tropical already gets 2 more splats, and is close to the podium. It's just a pick from Spice, and it's a DC from the Dynamo Miko. Well, due to the rules, Dynamo, it seems that this game is gonna go for Entropical. Wow.
That was easy.
Okay, that my bad. Very well done from everyone from Entropical. Unfortunately, we had a DC, and at the very end, I think Miko was the one that disconnected. But anyway, it was a pretty interesting match. I'm gonna say that was very nice. Okay, let's have a look at the round number 3. Oh yeah, I promise. So the results are Bootleg beat Clumbliters with a 3-0, Grisco Squad beat New Octo with a 3-0, and because Chi won for Entropical, meaning that Entropical and Grisco Squad will be fighting each other for this match. In the meantime, Clumbliters a new game will face over the next round, and Bootleg versus New Octo. I believe that which team is getting a bye here? Painting 07 has okay, so it's not 7 teams, it's just 6 teams. Painting 07 will be not playing today. I swear to God, I'm gonna still be streaming them because this is the best match. Sorry, something's wrong here. Good ones out. Oh yeah, okay, I got confused. One sec. I always think Nati is New Octo, but it's Crystal Squad. My bad. Yep, so we'll be watching now Grisco Squad versus Entropical this time around. The two most likely teams to win this edition. While everyone gets, settles into the lobby, grab a little bit of a snack because surely I still need more. I just ate too fast. And I still feel a little bit fainted. Who would have thought that screaming after playing Among Us would be so tiring? Anyway, let's have a look at the maps for round 3. We have Black Belly Skate Park, Makomar, and Masafor Fitness. Black Belly, RainMaker is at middle, but the top is not high, it's just leveled with the rest of the map. I'm already gonna do the transition before I forget. I would say same things applies. Buckets have a little bit more of advantage at the beginning of the match with the verticality of the map. Second, the pop is always important, so always try to go for it. After the pop goes in, someone should always try going for the slaying if they see that their teammates can actually hold in a little bit while you are getting to the enemy side from the sneaky and the opposite side of the maze, where the tower path goes. I forgot what the technical name for that place is. Because maze is is very close to the podium on the left side, according to your own side, and the opposite side of the maze is where the tower moves at the last stretch. I mean, you can also flank from the maze. There's nothing wrong with that. No, if I update now, I cannot stream the tournament. Can you please don't do that, PC? Okay. Mako Mart, quite interesting map given that it's very short. Like, you can actually lose just because of a simple wipe. That's a map you should always be careful, especially everyone's going to the boxes when they land. Wait, what's this? I see a clip on my channel. Let's have a look at this. Someone clipped something over my channel. Nothing, not that I don't someone clipped something again over my channel. How do I say this? Videos, clips here. While I try to see what is being clipped, I will huh. That's weird. I'll figure out how to see that later. Anywho, we're just waiting on one other person. I believe it is Agent D from Tropical. And we're gonna be starting round 3. Who do you think? What's the chat's most likely team to win this match? Crystal Squad or Tropical? I've seen a lot of Tropical during the other match instead of New Game. Is it still the same favoritism towards Tropical instead? Because I'm gonna say, this is the match.
Welcome to the rice fields, motherfucker!
This is the match of the tournament right here, right now. Ishmael. I mean, do we expect anything that is not a Dynamo from Dynamo? And I mean, Anzardi, I can still expect a little bit of a mystery, but from Agent D, I still think are gonna go Charger. You guys don't seem to change much of your comps. Let's go. Interesting. We're seeing a heavy right now. So you guys might be careful with the backline. Energy seems to be hitting this knife much more. Anzardi with the unsurprising vanilla dually structure for the GBS. First pop goes to Tropical. Oh, sorry, to Crystal Star. Already getting, I think it was a pick from the Charger if I'm not mistaken. I was watching the T. First round of missiles coming over. Tropical, it gets also picked from Agent D. Oh yeah, I can see on the top. That's true. And a trade from nice 3 already down from Tropical. Comes the Racing Diaz trying to stop the Rainmaker before even it reaches the T. It does so successfully, and he gets another one over their maze. The Flings are now going for the Rainmaker pop. Now well recommended that you get the Rainmaker right now and trying to get the Flings over. And once again, Agent D gets sniped. With the MPU dually sprout gets a pick with the bucket on the left side, working together with the bucket and the K-Pro. No one from Grisp can actually pick up the mix, so we have to do the sacrifice. The roller's just behind it. There's almost has a ray. It's only the roller behind it. It's an opportunity for a push. They get the lead, but unfortunately the Flings and roller stops any sort of movement from this spot. The Rainmaker now is down. It's 4v4. Gonna be hard for the Rainmaker to push. It's basically very screwed over on the snipe, and he goes down to the heavy. And he gets another one. It's only the Charger alive, but the raid doesn't seem to be much efficient because if you take down the Charger, you're not pushing with the Rainmaker. So, was that Ray important? I mean, the pick with the Charger was, but not the Ray. And now you're 2v3, 2v2, but still, Nazardine with the Rainmaker, and Nazardine doesn't want to pick the Rainmaker. Basically, the only reason he's picking up is you guys have the points of the opportunity, and Zhao with the Flame gets the heavy down. Tries lots of throwing a Spy Bomb and Rain, trying to make the Rainmaker stop a little bit of the bit as much as they can. They are very fall back with the Rainmaker. They'll try pushing the sneaking set from mid. Is a 3v3 with Nazardine in mid. Natsu coming over for the Rainmaker. Giga's over already on the right side. Natsu and Giga's coming from the same place. I see a Great opportunity from Gigas to push in after the Booyah Bomb. Yeah, the Rainmaker didn't stay there, so of course it didn't make any sense by using the Rage. Nice pick from Agent D, but it doesn't seem you're gonna survive. You're gonna survive twice. Triple. It's a triple from Agent D. Well done. Just ping. Just ping. Nice pick. You're pushing the CDS down, but you don't get enough points with that, and unfortunately, it's just gonna go down. Just a squad stopping any push. Stopping. Getting another important take over the prize launcher. Not to the limit, trying to push in. Here comes the Stingray, trying to make the second, third or fourth push even easier for Grisco Squad. Almost getting 2 pigs over there, getting the assist. It's only the bucket alive. It stops the Rainmaker, but it's at 34 points, which is going to be very difficult for Entropico to come back. Grisco Squad once again picks up the Rainmaker with 19 points remaining and 2 rollers over it. It stops at 7. 40 seconds remaining on the clock, and Tropical trying to get control back of mid. Everyone from Lucifer just falling back. Zhao is now in a very difficult situation. Gets picked by 2v1 with Nazi being the support slayer. It's 2 down from Tropical. They are in a very tight spot. Zhao also goes down. And it seems to be that it's gonna be GG for this squad, taking the first game over on Black Belly. Okay, now one thing for sure that I'm noticing. In Tropical's comp is... Wait, they were using Charger? Okay, sorry. So, Grisco Squad comp is much more aggressive than Entropicals with the K-Pro and the CDS, especially with, sorry, not CDS, the Dually Squelchers, Vanilla Dually Squelcher, but still with the amount of MPU that Anzardinho is running, it still makes it a very aggressive comp. Both teams had a bucket, meaning that the bucket's job was mostly focusing on trying to get as much turf as possible, and the missiles for the CDS, the Vanilla Dually Squelchers, the VDS, were painting the map very well. Not to mention that Gigas with the heavy was also like, it paints much faster than the Charger on a map that is not so much vertical, but is also very hard, given that the moments that Gigas was using the heavy when he faced against the Charger, he was picked off quite easily. The problem that I saw with Entropical was that they were not prepared for the aggression that was Nati and Anzardinho, especially the Dynamo and the Tri-Slosher. The Tri-Slosher needs to support more the Roller because both of them have more control of turf than the other players have, and they can move to the map much faster. The Tri-Slosher was not doing much pressure against Grisco Squad, and meaning that they were falling back quite back a while. Now we're seeing, for the first time in this tournament, I believe, a Bamboo coming from Entropical. First off, goes to Entropical, goes Grisco Squad. They already get the K-Pro. Okay, so not only did Entropical decided to change their comp drastically, Agent D is now using the K-Pro MPU, and Zhao from the Flinza is now using the Bamboo. Quite peculiar. And we're being trying to push in with the Vanilla DS. He's trying to get over the dynamo, but the flick of the dynamo was much stronger and gets the vanilla gauge off. But unfortunately, that choice of the armor might cost him a little bit of points. I don't know if the dynamo had enough things for another flick, but Nevis just pops in with the bucket and gets another splat. The RainMaker very close to the Entropical's podium. It seems that now they have to play very much aggressive now, trying to take back control of mid. I don't know what Zhao is doing with the bamboo, given that clearly no one is at your spawn. Comes not getting the bamboo picked off on the right side. Didn't pay attention to the pick. Giga's jumping off to save the raid because probably Giga was in a bad position. So that pick from Nadi, I don't think the jump was actually necessary. Crystal Star has controlled the range once again. Nazi pushing in quite aggressive with the K-Pro. The misses are making life still for the bucket to survive. It might get picked off. It will be picked off quite soon. Yeah. It throws a range, but it's not going to do much damage. Now maybe Entropical has an opportunity to push right now. They're going to go for the left side now. They were now watching both sides and gets picked up by the one that was watching. Here's what I'm noticing is that Entropical's aggression is not matched for Bristol Squad, and that sales versus the lack of attention was the reason why it came off as well. Now I think the RainMaker, he gets very down, so it's 3v4. They can't get Nazi away from Rainmaker, not to get the help with the bamboo and get the pick over there. But unfortunately, it's gonna go down to the K-Pro. It's only Giga's left life. This is opportunity for Entropical to start pushing in. Agent D refuses to pick up the RainMaker. I don't know who had the better opportunity there. Holding on the K-Pro, the Booyah Bomb. It gets one that was going for the RainMaker. Nazi is behind the RainMaker trying to get the pick. Giga's just respawned, trying to protect the totem. Where is Nazi? You can actually see her. Nazi's already in front. No. Yeah, Nazi's already back here. They get the RainMaker to 39, but it's not gonna be close to the 13 they need to take back here. One minute remaining. They're all jumping in. Once again, the flat bomb seems to be useful on canceling a jump. Giga goes down for the Booyah Bomb. The K-Pro doesn't get the pick over the knight that was extremely weak, and now is the Vanilla GX trying to survive. Two! It gets one! It gets two! Nice maneuvering from Zhao. Very nice maneuver. I don't think he could have gotten lead from that given the amount of pressure that Gigas was pulling out of the heavy, but unfortunately it seems to be at the end of the push from Entropical. It was a nice attempt. I'll give them that. Bucket now entering a 2v1, but unfortunately the Bucket came out victorious, and now it's 15 seconds remaining. Ten seconds remaining. Giga still has control of the RainMaker. The only way Entropical can actually do another push is if they manage to get the splat. The Dynamo misses the first flick. And it's GG's to Grisco Squad with a 2-0. Also, one thing I'm noticing, for that comp for Entropical, they had 3 bombs and a curling bomb. One thing you can actually do to support the players in front of you is you throw your sub towards your teammate in order to get to help them, because they will have to back off depending on how you throw your splat bomb. Most likely, I'm not assuming the bamboo. That works as well with suction still, but working your subs together can actually help you much more. So in Tropical, if you ever run this comp again, trying to be a little bit more work together with your subs. And we got a DC.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks. Don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Nope. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Alright then. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I don't really care. I'ma get the fuck up out of here. Fuck this shit, I'm out.
One sec. One sec. Okay, I'll be back in the... Okay, I'm back here. I just... let's see. Looking for the bus. Okay. After this match, I'm gonna put this stream on standby because I need to make a phone call regarding a delivery, so I am a little bit I'm gonna put myself on standby after the end of this match. Okay, we also, this is gonna be the last match of the sorry, not last match of the stream, but like we already have the results. Bootleg beat New Octo with a 3-0. Columbia Potatoes lost to New Game with a 3-0. And hello Ice Cream, how are you today? Ice Cream Boy 24. And this is the last match for round 3, not best of 3, play all 3, 2-0 for Briscoe Squad. Oh, sorry, wrong button. First ball goes to Briscoe Squad. K-Pro managed to get a nice trade with the Dynamo over there. Nevis also goes down. AGG with the Charger has the control of the map. It gets Gigas off guard. Nice pick from the Charger. But unfortunately the RainMakers go down, and now it's slings are getting popped off by this Vanilla's DS over at the Sponge. Backing off, the AGG is gonna use Ray trying to stop the RainMaker. Nice done. But the RainMaker seems to be way more evasive than we usually thought, and here comes AGG. Sorry, Anzardino getting a pick over the over in top. Nazi with a close call with 20 points on the mark, and now it's only Anzardino, and it's now a wipe, and Tropical has their opportunity to push. They need to control back mid, which is pretty much purple at this point. Squad with only 2 people left alive. The RainMaker is get popped, but it's very unreachable for Entropical. It's better for Entropical to control back that turf. You just jump off of reserve Ray, but I don't think it was that much of a necessary of a jump. And Tropical picking up the Rainmaker. Navi stops the Rainmaker from anything. Boom. Gets the charge off, and it's a wipe. Briscoe Squad gets a wipe. It gets another splat over Zhao. Zhao was just respawning. What a shame for Zhao. Briscoe Squad trying to make another push. There's 2 down from Tropical. An effort was made. Because they had majority of the lead already with a good lead, I would say it was worth a try. It was worth it. Unfortunately now, this is another opportunity for Tropical to start pushing in. They have to control back mid and take off everyone that is over there. With 3 of this squad. I think it's everyone but Anzardine so far. Okay, now it is everyone over there. Nice Surrey coming from the charger. It gets almost everyone except for it gets the Capo as well. It's only Anzardino at the sponge. He can actually begin pushing. They are gonna attempt to push over on the right side, but because I think the Rainmaker fell, Zhao is gonna go for the right side instead. Here comes the bucket trying to push. It gets the other bucket. It's straight, but now Anzardino stops anything else from Tropical and is only 20 to 50 points. Charger doesn't seem to be paying much attention to Anzardino that was just swimmingly approaching him slowly to get the pick. All 4 again missed by Anzardino. The bucket tried to approach him. Bucket's very weak because of misses, but it jumps out to survive. Technically a nice jump. But that's not a good position itself to begin with, given the missiles. Anzardino goes out to the Rainmaker, but the Briscoe Squad also stops the Rainmaker from doing anything else. And Tropical trying to get position back of mid and attempt another push over the sponge. Zhao has the Rainmaker. Dynamo goes down. It's only the charger in the bucket trying to push in as fast as they can. The Capo goes from the lockers and stops the Rainmaker from anything. It's only the bucket alive. It survives the pop, which is a miracle. But now it's stuck in train and gets picked off by the respawn. Just respawn buff. Nice. 15 seconds left on the clock. It's the end of overtime and it's 3-0 for Briscoe Squad. Congratulations for Briscoe Squad for already securing a 3 victory over this 4 rounds. Now, for the last one, I will be I'll be going for New Octo versus New Game. Yes. I'm gonna leave the thing like this, but I'm gonna mute my microphone for a second because I need to make a call. Okay, so here's the deal. Um, this is the last round, round 4. We are gonna see Wahoo World, Snapper Canal, and Starfish Main Stage. Wahoo World, I think, is one of my favorite maps. Top 5 for sure. I like all modes here. Uh, I would say that getting the pop is important, but also securing that no one's flanking from glass. Um, and once you push in, you most likely for the first push you push left side. Also, I know you guys can hear my phone doing calls. Unfortunately, I need to make this call because this is how my Mario is gonna arrive at my door. And it's just not coming in, and I'm getting a little bit upset. Last match of the round. Now we are seeing once again the bamboo coming from Tax. Oh, we also have new people that were not here on previous matches. Bamboo trying to secure the glass. Ugalina trying to get the pressure to Sploosh, but it doesn't seem that neither both teams seem to be able to apply the pressure enough to pick up the RainMaker and start pushing. With a little bit of slow reaction time trying to get the pick over there. The Sploosh jumps into a 2v1 and loses fight immediately, giving more opportunity for new game to push in. Also, both teams have kind of new underneath, so it kind of makes it hard to keep track. Here comes the Sploosh trying to flank over the glass. Another one tries to get the pick over the CBS that was just behind. And now it's a 2v1. Here comes a splashdown coming from Guga. And now they pick up the RainMaker and try to push in as fast as they can. Everything almost managed to push in a safe condition, but still 32 points unfair at the end of the game from you off, so you can still stop get the lead quite easily. Half of the RainMaker over a place that is not recommended for the RainMaker to do, and losing basically half of the count. There's only the Sploosh and the K-Pro. Sploosh is basically sharking somewhere over the carousel. Oh, it's basically falling back. He's cheating. Trying to push in from the hallway. It's not gonna hold much, and he's gonna get picked by the bamboo. The bamboo survives, and the lead is 2 points away from the victory. Nice pick from the bamboo, but it was very close call for Milwaukee. Nice pick from the bamboo over there with Tack. A little bit too early with that. Ray manages to just basically expose the RainMaker on their side of the field and nothing much. Now they have no specials to push in once they pick up the RainMaker. Heavy trying to secure a second push, but the Gal is just applying too much pressure for it to begin doing anything. We were trying to get the RainMaker over there, snipe, pushing in with the clamp with the curling bombs. It picks off the RainMaker, he has splashdown. He decides to save it for a little bit longer. Ray trying to begin another push for the RainMaker, but unfortunately, New Game has still the advantage with the 32 points, and the splashdown just make it even more easy. Heavy waiting to counter the sploosh. It survives the heavy, but still, it doesn't seem that New Octo has the opportunity to start a secure push, since this push is basically at this point just sharpening. And a splashdown gets cancelled by the RNG of the Gal. Nice pick. Ooh, the pick from the behind. The sploosh gets it once again. And it stops the RainMaker from doing anything, meaning just New Octo Brush has anything to do with 30 seconds remaining on the clock. Gal picks up the RainMaker. Not necessarily the best since they had the upper hand. If New Game loses the RainMaker now, it's guarantee of overtime, which is now done. But now they have to pop the RainMaker in order to do so. And it's gonna be GG. Wait, what? Yeah. That was a way longer RainMaker overtime than I was expecting. We're going for the second match of round 4. Snapper Canal. I would just say one thing for Snapper Canal. Never, ever, 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 ever push behind the snipe. Once you go there and you fail, which is more likely to happen, you lose all rights for the RainMaker, given the fact that you cannot get it back or push in back again. So please, never push back from that direction. I'm just gonna let that sink in for a while. Also, the box in middle can actually help you survive the pop. So be aware of that. Roller starts to it doesn't get one, it gets one, but it gets fixed in a 2v1 that was winning between the Nautilus and the Gal. Nautilus is good. Gets picked by the unaware Splash-O-Matic that was sharply close to the RainMaker. And also gets picked by the capo that was watching. Here comes New Octo, here comes Yellow Team trying to push in. New Octo gets 76 points, but it's not going to be enough. New Game already has stopped the rig and it has the upper hand now. They just need to recover back to it. Because another good important splat over there, but unfortunately mid seems still pretty yellow. And New Game is just pushing in. Sorry, New Octo is just pushing in from the ramp over the left side. New Octo still has the lead after 2 minutes. That deserves a replay and save of a clip. You get the pick, but you fall into the water, and Hafa unfortunately will go down to a 2v1 between the Nautilus and the K-Pro. The Heavy and the Nautilus trade, but is more beneficial to the Nautilus. Now it's New Octo. I was sure New Octo, the roller had gotten the RainMaker a little bit earlier. I think I got confused on what's happening. The guy for the RNG survives the encounter with the splash that wasn't even in the range. And New Octo will go down with the RainMaker. New Game has the upper hand and the lead with 51 points. But no control of mid guaranteed just yet. Roller sharking mid. Coming for the RainMaker. Unfortunately, even though the gal got the RainMaker, the flick of the roller was also fast and I forgot to pick. Hi, Pokeboy. How are you today? Nice pick over Google. Nice double pick. It's a wipe. It's a wipe. It's a lead opportunity for New Octo. They get the lead. They climb the box. They get 21 points, which is very, very good. Trying to push from street. Google with the very close call with the roller over on the ramp. Survives the curling bomb spotting over the wall, but the roller gets the pick because Google didn't aim at getting the roller. Nice pick, important coming from Dory from top right. The RainMaker is basically stuck on new game snipe. Yeah, they speak Portuguese. I do the transmission in English. The chat is free to do whatever they want. I will do... Round of applause for that swim. Very good. New Game has to make an effective push. That was a weird trade with the K-Pro, but I guess I'll take it. New Game has to make a decisive push right now. Only the Nautilus just respawning at the street, getting almost picked by the Stingray from Indy. It doesn't seem New Game had an opportunity to start the beginning of the next push. Two already go down once again. And it's only the Nautilus remaining. And New Octo is just getting basically another free push, getting even more points. 15! Seconds remaining. New Game has to do all the way from their base to the enemy base and survive. But it seems that the roller will get the upper hand, gets a double, and now Nico is stuck on the snipe with the junior, I believe, just sharking, and the Ray takes out the RainMaker. We already have results for the other results of the match, and Tropical beats Completados with a 3-1, meaning that they will finish today's tournament with 3-1 victory. And Bootleg and while Bootleg and Grisco haven't finished off their match, meaning that it's still anyone's games actually. Oh wait, yeah, no, I'm right. Completados is the only one that finished. Last match of the tournament. Wait, is this right? It seems someone didn't pay attention to the map. It's Starfish main stage. Never gonna give you up, never gonna Gabby's, why that much hate towards New Octo? Meanwhile, I'm here with my phone calling customer service for not delivering my Mario game, and I think I've looked through their customer service message for quite a few amounts of time. It's starting to get annoying. I mean, pretty annoying. Okay, so now I have to mute myself. That was a fast game for sure for the generations, and a new game managed to get the last win. Don't hang out yet, I'm gonna show the results on this. Okay, everyone. Because I was also worried a little bit about my package, I will. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, I can mute the phone a little bit now. Okay, so the results were not reported. I honestly forgot who won the most matches. Um, can anyone tell me the results? Because it's the only thing missing from Challenge, and I was not paying much attention. Well, I can also disconnect the VPN, but yeah, basically I'm just waiting to show the final results. You're free to leave if you please. We're just gonna discuss a little bit of the last results of the match, so I can show the final standing. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just I'm gonna have to end the stream right here. I don't remember the results. I'm gonna post the results on Challenge for anyone that wants to see, and I'm gonna tell. Yeah, I have to stop the stream because Gigas, you were not here. I was kind of like busy with the last one, and I lost track of who won. So I'm gonna stop the stream and rewatch the thing. Okay. So anyone that wants to see, I'm just gonna rewatch it. I need to stop to see the thing. So thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you guys next time. I'll just post the results.